Alright, last video, then I'm done for today. This one we're gonna be talking about Jimmy Buckets and Jimmy Butler. And you know who Jimmy Butler is, like one of the top five, top 10, best shooting guard, best spot. Actually, is he a small forward or shooting guard? I don't remember, but I remember he played both positions. So Jimmy Butler is actually one of the top five, top 10 best defender, best two-way player in the NBA. And Jimmy Butler recently he requested trade when he got traded to Minnesota because he felt like the Minnesota they're trying to lose on purpose, and he was calling out Wiggins' talents by calling them pussy and soft because they're not trying to win, and it kind of hurt it. Jimmy Butler's gaming ego because like he wants to win. That's why he went to Minnesota because Minnesota they're supposed to be a playoff contender team, but since Andrew Wiggins and Carl Town, they just cared about the big money. They didn't care about winning. Jimmy Butler got so mad that he didn't want to play with him. Like he had to call out Tom Thibodeau. He had to play bad on purpose so that he can get traded. Like what happened? He got traded to Philadelphia, which that was actually a good team, a smart team, because he's playing with two young players and one veteran spot up shooter, which is JG Redick, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. I guess you can say Tobias Harris, like he is considered a former All-Star, but let's just put it this way: he's a good, solid player. That's about it, though. And Jimmy Butler, I heard that he's planning to leave with the Philadelphia 76ers, and this is what he said the last time. He did said that he'll go to any team if they offer him a max contract. And we all know teams such as New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers, Brooklyn Nets, the Miami Heat. They got a big contract that they can get Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler said he wants to win, though. He wants to win consistently. If we're talking about big winning, he might as well want to win a title, right? Because that sounds like Jimmy Butler, dude. He possibly gave up his, flag and said, you know what, it's time's up for me. I want to win a title as soon as possible, so I'm joining any contender team. But we all know Jimmy Buckets still like he ain't that type of guy who wants to cheat his way by playing with either Golden State or going somewhere else. But yeah, so Jimmy Butler, or should I call him Jimmy Buckets, the reason why he left in Minnesota is because he doesn't want to play with Towns and Wiggins because they don't want to win, and he wants to win. That's why he left that sorry ass franchise team. That's why he signed and agreed to go to Philly. Philly was so close to going to Eastern Conference. They should have went to Eastern Conference Finals, but that lucky bounce, kind of carried Toronto and Kawhi. That's how they won Game 7, though, if it was for that lucky ass miracle bounce. But I told you, I mean, Jimmy Butler doesn't seem like too upset because it seems like Jimmy Butler, his plan is that he knows that Philadelphia ain't gonna go further, and they're not gonna process Ben Simmons' jump shot because he doesn't want to take anyone's advice that he wants to shoot the damn three, and that's what Jimmy Butler said. I'm gonna get any max contract any team offer me, but we all know the truth that most teams like they're not gonna offer Jimmy Butler a max contract, like because the way how Jimmy Butler played against the Toronto Raptors. Let's be honest, so Jimmy Butler kind of played a little consistent, but there were some games where Jimmy Butler kind of showed up big time. Guy's a really good lead defender. He is long, dude. He'll play you close. He's one of the top five clutch player that can shoot the damn mid range pretty well. Cause his shooting, when especially when it comes to last shot or the clutch moment, dude, he can make this pretty consistently. But Jimmy Butler, like I said, he wasn't the same guy that we know back in the Chicago Bulls, where Jimmy Butler was hella clutch when he had the ball in his hands. But if we're talking about this Jimmy Butler in Philadelphia, I don't know if it's because of Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, and JG Redick are actually taking with potential. Because when you do play with too many good players, dude, it takes away your time and development. But Jimmy Butler, like I said, he's planning to lead the Philadelphia 76ers, and he wants to join any team that has a max contract. And if you were the Lakers, dude, would you get Jimmy Butler? I would say I would get Jimmy Butler, but to be honest with you, like I don't think getting Jimmy Butler would still not be the Golden State Warriors in my opinion. Like, because remember the Golden State Warriors, they still got Kevin Durant, they still got the two best shooters in the world, which is Clay and Curry. You basically got Draymond, you got the Finals MVP Iggy. If the Lakers want to end that dynasty, they're gonna have to get like a big All Star that has size and weight over them. Jimmy Butler, like I told you, guy's a good two-way player, guy's a really good defender, guy's a really good scorer, guy can shoot. He pretty much wants to win a lot. That's how much we need Jimmy. But if we're trying to beat the Warriors first in the West playoff finals, then maybe the Lakers they should try trading for Jimmy Butler. But with that max contract, they need to be smart who they can get though. Because Jimmy Butler, he ain't better than Kawhi, he ain't better than KD, he ain't better than Kyrie, he ain't better than Anthony Davis, dude. He's a good All-Star player, but I wouldn't pick Jimmy Butler if I'm trying to beat the Warriors, dude. If you want to get Jimmy Butler, I would actually trade your Ingram or Lonzo just to get Jimmy Butler. And many people are already saying that, Jimmy Butler will ruin the team. He has an ego and shit. Like, that's because he wants to win. You have to understand in his game, dude, he cares about winning. At least most NBA players, they just care about money. But Jimmy Butler, like I told you, guy cares about winning though. He wants to win a title. He doesn't want to lose. He's a good competitor. I'm pretty sure him and LeBron will work it out. So you may call me crazy that Lakers should get him, and I agree they should get him, but like I told you, smart ways that we're not gonna give him the max contract. Even though he wants the max contract so badly, he doesn't play like a player that deserves a max contract. So if I was the Lakers dude, I would actually trade him for Jimmy Butler. If not, then we're gonna have to let it go then. But like I told you, would you prefer having Jimmy Butler or someone better than Jimmy Butler? What's your pick? I would rather have someone that is better than Jimmy Butler, because just because Jimmy Butler wants a max contract doesn't mean we gotta rush it, you know. Because who knows if Jimmy Butler next year would actually say, "I'm playing for the money," you know. So let me do some more research on Jimmy Butler, see what's up with him. So, well, he ain't going to Philly, that's for sure. Like, so they say the last actor that they just found out that Jimmy Butler said he wants to leave the Philadelphia. I mean, who wants to play with Philly when you got Ben Simmons who doesn't want to shoot, you know? There's actually a lot of teams they want to pick up Jimmy. Like, I can see Brooklyn, Atlanta, Houston Rockets, though, but I'll tell you what, though. It'll be cool to see Jimmy Butler playing with James Harden and Chris Paul because the Houston Rockets, they're going to need at least one more All Star to compete their last chance against Golden State because next year, the Golden State, they're going to lose Boogie and possibly Draymond Green might be leaving too because, like I told you, every year is going to get hard for the Warriors to sign everyone. So next year, it's going to be crazy the fact that when players such as Kyrie, Kawhi, Kevin Durant, Clay, Damian Lillard, Kemba Walker, free agency, they only have one last chance to think about would you rather stuck with his team that can win at finals at or go to playoffs, or would you rather go to a different team that you have a good chance of winning lots? So next year's gonna be tough for the Warriors. But Jimmy Butler, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Butler might go to LA or he might go to Houston. I mean Houston now they're thinking about getting an All Star because Chris Paul came back strong and healthy, and look what happened. All the excuses people are saying that when Chris Paul's healthy, they could beat the Warriors last year. Like I understand Trevor Ariza wasn't there, but this year they didn't even look like it was gonna work it out. So and Katie didn't even play, and still they couldn't take down this Curry team without Katie Less, you know. And yeah, so the Rockets looking like they want to cash it in for Jimmy buckets because Jimmy Butler, like I said, is a two-way player, and I'm pretty sure he wants to win. So Houston will be a better team for a winning lot. So, but Atlanta Hawks, that's another team. Jimmy Butler will probably not go there because the Hawks teams are actually a tanky team, you know. And Brooklyn, Miami Heat, they'll go to playoffs for sure, but I don't think they're going to go any further in the first round. So my destination, I think, is either going to be LA or Houston for Jimmy Butler's choice. Because if Jimmy Butler wants to win, like I told you, why the fuck does he want to go Atlanta Hawks, New York, or Brooklyn when they're barely going to make the playoffs, you know? So you might as well choose a high contender team. So, alright then, guys, I'm out of here, but I'm just letting you know Jimmy Butler's going to leave to Philadelphia for sure, and he'll go to any team that's a max contract. But every team's going to be smart that just because Jimmy Butler says he wants a max contract, that doesn't mean you're going to sign him right away, you know, because Jimmy Butler, that sounds like he only wants to play with big money, you know, or something like that. But it could be like a trap. It could be a bait when he says, like, I want to play with any team with a max contract, you know. Even though this guy just said a couple of days ago he wants to win it all, but now he's saying that I just want a max contract. So it does sound suspicious the fact that Jimmy Butler's either trying, like, ruin each team by wasting their max contract just to get someone who cares about money, or maybe you're just trying to toss away that max contract for no reason, you know. Because Jimmy Butler, like I told you, he wants to win, but he's probably hiding something around coming up with a plan, you know. Anyways, I'm hungry, folks, so I'm pretty much tired, but I'll keep you updated about the Lakers and what's next. So